Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have fascinating guests in studio. It's Dan Kokenauer, and he's the owner of Audio Video Specialists. And alongside him is Karen Boltz, one of his customers. Dan, welcome.
Good morning.
So tell me a little bit about what Audio Video Specialists does.
So we're a technology provider for the home and office. We help our clients find what is the best solution for their environment. And we use a consultative approach. So we walk through getting to know them, how they're going to use the space, so on and so forth, so that we can design and put them into the right kind of products and services.
That's awesome. Karen, how did you meet Dan?
Well, we met, my husband and I met Dan at a trade show. So through our conversation, it became evident that Dan had a lot of knowledge and he had a lot of enthusiasm for what he was doing. So we invited him out to the home to show him what we had. We gave him a budget, and he had some wonderful ideas on how we could work within that budget and upgrade our system, and we were extremely happy with what he did.
So Dan, tell me a little bit about what you did for Karen.
So Karen and Ed already had a system set up in their house that they had about 10 years. Okay. They had a wonderful plasma TV and some other electronics. What we really did was come in and solve some of the issues that they had and updated some of the equipment to newer. So Blu-ray was a new thing that had come out since their system was installed, more HD than what they had. And so we basically put it all together, and they really enjoyed the solutions that we gave them.
That's wonderful. Now, Karen, you took your experience with Dan and went one step further.
Exactly. I work for an insurance agency in the area, and we were doing a build-out, and a significant build-out, and we knew that we needed a training center for our employees and to offer to our clients. And so early on in the process, we knew that it would be beneficial to get Dan involved, give him a vision of what we wanted to do. And while I didn't know exactly how it was going to turn out, we trusted Dan to run with the project, and he came through with flying colors.
So Dan, tell me a little bit about what you did for Karen, because I oftentimes think companies don't think about our ongoing audio-video needs.
Yeah, so basically they had a clean slate. It was a new building that they were going into. It was being built out, stud up. And we basically worked with their IT company and with what their vision for the use of the space. And we did all the infrastructure cabling. We provided sound and video for their training room as well. That included, because they had windows on a west-facing side of the building, we had a special screen that we used that differs ambient light, which allowed them to have a better contrast on the screen. We had a wireless lavalier mic for the presenter, sound speakers that went throughout the entire training room so people in the back could hear it. And then we also put in a 70-inch TV on the side towards the back for those that are in the back that may not be able to see what's on the front screen. It duplicates the image of what's up front. Very easy for them to use, and if they don't want the screen, retracts up and they can use washboard on the wall. So it worked out pretty well for them.
Karen, what do you think is, going forward, how important is having some AV in your office setting?
Oh, it's extremely important. In this day and age, we need that technology to train our employees. We need that technology to help our clients understand what we can offer them. So it's extremely important. We didn't know exactly what we needed, but we knew that Dan had the solutions, and that was important to us, and we could trust him to do the right thing.
Dan, I would say that's probably one of your best skills about being able to go into a business and give us insider information, if you would, or knowledge that we don't know, because sometimes we're shopping at a consumer level and don't know everything that we need. Talk to me about why that's so important to have a professional versus just going to a consumer grade.
I think a lot of it is the time. So we take a lot of time to sit down and talk with the clients, try to figure out what they may want to use, and then we offer up a lot of options. You could, the range of things that they can do and the range of pricing, so that they're not just stuck in basic world. And that gives them the ability to kind of take themselves and what they're trying to do with the space even farther than they probably imagined. And that's kind of what happened in their case. They knew kind of what they wanted to do. We allowed them to expand that and do more with the space that they had, which I think has really benefited them a lot. But you know, planning is the huge piece when it comes to technology, because it is changing all the time.
Right.
And if you're not planning for that in advance, sometimes you're going to get stuck and spend more money.
Right. Karen, what was the best part about meeting Dan?
Well, just his knowledge, his passion. We've never been disappointed in anything that he's suggested to us. We've had an open dialogue on things that worked for us. He's had creative solutions. He has a great crew that works with him, so that I feel very comfortable having his guys in our home working on our system. I just can't say enough about Dan. He's really just taken that whole area of expertise and run with it for us.
Great. Great. Well, and I think that's important to have trust in what we're doing with audio and video, because it's becoming more and more involved in our lives. It's you know, and so you need somebody. It's
Everywhere.
not just it's not just your brother in his garage anymore.
Exactly.
It's way beyond
Right.
that. So Dan, thanks for stopping by. Karen, so nice to
Thank
meet
you.
We're going to be right back with more Business Connection. Stay tuned.